Dollar is what I need. Hey, Joseph here. And if you are also in need of $1 and would like to hear a bit more about Australia's best paying backpacker jobs, as well as how to get them, stay tuned. So let's talk money. I know there's a lot of good videos out there telling backpackers to be English teachers online, work at hostels, and they can be good ways, but you have to realize that Australia is expensive. And as a backstory, I went to Australia, 19 years old, no previous work experience, and first year over there I managed to save, not make, $3,000 every month. So $36,000 a year. I stayed for 2 years, and now 4 years later, this money is still supporting my travels. And if you just want to save up for future travel, or even enjoy the country a bit more, working tends to be the best way. But yeah, there's a couple of questions you need to ask yourself. Like, where's the money at? What kind of jobs should you be working? And also, how would you get those jobs? And that's where I come in. So let's get started. And the first question in hand is, what kind of jobs should you be working? And to make it easier, I've created a small formula that helped me find those jobs. H plus M plus D equals a perfect backpacker job. Let me explain. So first of all, H stands for hours. And by this I mean long hours. As backpackers, we don't have a family to go to, we don't have stationary hobbies, a lot of our friends and connections are at the workplace. So we have heck loads of time, let's make good use of it. Secondly, M. You guessed it, money. Quite easy, aim for the jobs with higher salaries, but there's few magic words, like we're already working long hours, so overtime and double time can turn $20 in an hour into 30 or 40 like this. And thirdly, D. No, it's not what you're thinking. D stands for demand, meaning us as backpackers, we are wanted. And that usually means that locals don't want those jobs. Rural, agricultural, they're not just as high end. Also, they don't tend to like long hours because they have families to go to since they're Aussies, pops. Yeah. So hours plus money plus demand equals a perfect backpacker job. And what qualifies? In my experience, seasonal harvest work. Bear with me, I know it sounds like fruit picking, but there are jobs out there that pay well, give you a farm days, and are not hard on you. And to prove it, here's a couple of examples. So first one on our list, and probably one of the best paying backpacker jobs out there, cotton ginning. Here are the numbers and facts about it. And what makes cotton ginning special, it's not weather dependent. Every gin I've ever been has paid overtime and double time. As an example, let's take you're working Sunday, 12 hours a day, let's say $20 an hour, but Sunday is whole day double time, so times 2. That's $480 a day. A lot of backpackers don't make it in a week. But yeah, that's the first one, cotton ginning. Let's move on. The second one I want to share with you is almond harvest. And yeah, here are the numbers and facts. And what really makes almond harvest special is, at first, it's so short. It's 2 months and everything needs to be done quickly. So the hours every day are huge, like from 12 to 16. So a lot of hours, and another thing, all the work is done by machines. Like harvesters, station bins, so on and so on. So you'll be sitting in air-conned machine and no physical labor whatsoever. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. Grain harvest, and especially working on grain receival sites. And what's special about this is first you'll be working outside, so it's a bit more physically demanding, but the pay also shows. It's usually over 25 and a lot of places pay overtime and double time. Second thing, it's all over Australia and their industry is so big that tens of thousands of workers are needed every year. And bear in mind, it's August at the moment, applications are already open. So let's get to the most important part of that video. How can you get those well-paying jobs? And first of all, you need to do the research. Like, you need to figure out when do the season start, what kind of positions need filling, what's the work like, what are the hours like, and also the biggest names in the industry, just to know where to send your CVs. And when you're done all this, you take that information and you start preparing. You prepare your CV first, like let's say cotton, 12-hour shifts, day and night, a lot of cleaning. So you put down that you're used to long hours, that you're focused on keeping your workplace safe and in order, and also that you've done night shifts before. Grain harvest, direct sunlight, so you're used to working in extreme weather conditions. You can always compensate for not having the previous experience by research, by knowing what the employer wants. Second one, go the extra mile. Literally go the extra mile. Like when the seasons are starting and you have the opportunity, go and visit the work sites. A lot of managers and supervisors in Australia are old school guys. They're not big fans of anything online. They look kind of like Crocodile Dundee. I know, kind of ironic. And you showing yourself and giving them a paper CV gives you so much better chances. They will remember you. You just have to let them know how you will benefit their harvest. And another part of going the extra mile is the paperwork, like motivation letters, for example. You've done the research, you have the information, take that info and put it in your motivation letter. Focus on the points that employers are looking for. For example, Naomi Cotton, 1 year only did paper applications, so you had to print it out, fill it up, take pictures of them, send it back. A lot of people didn't do that because it's extra work, like 1 hour extra, but that's how you get to stand out. There's 600,000 backpackers in Australia every year. You have to find those small things to make yourself special. So yeah, go the extra mile. And thirdly, diversify. Again, you've done the research, you know the big names in the industry, send CV to each and every one of them. Just increases your chances. And another part of diversifying is labor agencies. First year in Australia, I had 4 jobs and 3 of them I got through agri-labor. How those guys work is they usually get the jobs that big companies don't fill themselves. Some companies actually only hire through them, like Southern Cotton only hires through agri-labor. But a good thing about them, you build a relationship with them. Once you've done one job, they get feedback about you from your employer and they want you back. They offer you new jobs, they trust you and employers trust them. So you're linked closer to getting the good jobs. To sum it up, first of all, do your research, prepare yourself, go the extra mile wherever you can, find those small places, and then diversify. Get your name out as many times as possible. If you throw 10 balls at the basket, chances of you hitting the basket are way better if you just throw one. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it from me. I hope you got something out of that video that will help you get that job you've been looking out for. And also, if you enjoyed the content, feel free to subscribe for similar stuff in the future. And if you still have any questions about working in Australia or even budget travel backpacking, hit the questions in the comment section. I might make a video about it, I might just answer you as well as I can. Thank you so much for watching.